Welcome to Messina, in the picturesque rolling hills of the Italian land of grapes. Today is a very important day. In a mere moment, brave Italian soldiers will be returning for more, having lost 0 men in battle. And here, on the lovely account of Lady Leonarda, old flames will be sparked, new flames will be ignited, and evil plots will be laid. Our plot commences as the evil Doña Jane's bitterness ceased after losing the war to her brother, Duke Don Pedro. Leonarda's daughter, young hero and Count Claudio, immediately fall in love, and Duke Don Pedro woos hero for Claudio in disguise. Family and friends of Beatrice and Benedict set about tricking the two into falling in love, like that's ever gonna happen, and Doña Jane plots to ruin the innocent hero and halt her wedding.
I find here that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
How many gentlemen have you lost in this action?
But few of any sort, and none of name.
A victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home full numbers. I find here that Don Pedro has bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, uniquely remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing, in the figure of a lamb, the feats of a lion.
I pray you, is Signor Mountanto returned from the wars? Or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none of any sort in the army.
My cousin means Count Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For indeed I promise to eat all his killing.
Bake, niece, he talks Count Benedict too much, but he'll be meat with you. I doubt it not.
He hath done good service in these wars, lady, and a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
'Tis so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man. But as for the stuffing, well, we are all mortal.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There's a customary war twixt Count Benedict and her. They never meet, but there is a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man covered with 1. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
Is it possible?
Very easily possible. He wears his faith as the fashion of his hat. It ever changes with the next block.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not near books.
No. And see where I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion? Is there no young squire now who will make a voyage with him to the devil?
Why, he is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, he will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him 1,000 pounds ere he be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friends.
Don Pedro has approached.
Good Lady Leonata, you are come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace. But when you depart from me, happiness takes its leave and sorrow abides.
You embrace your charges too willingly. I think this is your daughter. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable mother.
If Lady Leonata be her mother, she would not have her head on her shoulders from Messina as like her as she is.
I wonder that you would still be talking, Count Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear Lady Disdain? You yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die when she hath such meat food to feed it as Count Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come into her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. For it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I could find in my heart that I had not such a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I am of your humor for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and for such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot, teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speedier tongue, and so good a continuer. But keep your way, in God's name, I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonata. Count Claudio and Count Benedict, my dear friends, Leonata hath invited you all. I tell her we should stay here at the least a month. She heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear she is no hypocrite, but prays from her heart.
If you swear, my lord, you shall be forsworn. Let me bid you welcome, my lady. Being reconciled to the Duke, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please let your grace lead on.
Your hand, Leonata. We will go together.
Benedict, dost thou note the daughter of Lady Leonata?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
She not a modest young lady.
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple, true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom for being a professed tyrant to their sex?
I pray you, speak in sober judgment.
Why, in faith, methinks she is too low for high praise, and too little for great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her. Were she other than she were unhandsome, and being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. Tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, in a case to put it into, but speak you this with a sad brow?
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady I've ever looked on.
I can see it without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There is her cousin Beatrice, and were she not possessed with fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I'd scarce trust myself, lest I'd sworn the contrary, that Hero would be my wife.
It's come to this. And faith hath not the world one man, but he will wear his cap with suspicion. Shall I never see a
Bachelor of threescore again?
What secret hath held you here, that you followed not to Leonata's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
You hear, Count Claudio? I can be as secret as a dumb man, but on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance, he is in love. With who? Now that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonata's short daughter.
Amen if you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thought.
And by my faith, I spoke mine.
And by my two-faced and troth, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know she should be worthy. That is the opinion fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
No. That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any. I'll do myself the right to trust none. And the finest, for which I may live finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee, ere I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, with hunger, my lord, but not with love.
Well, as time shall try, in time, the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, and let them signify under my sign, here you may see Benedict, the married man.
Benedict, repair to Leonata's, commend me to her, and tell her I will not fail her at supper, for indeed she hath made great preparation.
Examine your conscience, and so I leave you.
Hath Leonata any son, my lord?
No child but Hero. She's her only heir. Doth thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord, when we went outward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye. I liked that a rougher task in hand than to drive liked to the name of love. But now I am returned, and the war thoughts have left, and in the rooms come soft thronging delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is, saying I liked her ere I went to wars.
Thou wilt be like the lover presently, and tire the hero with a book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and with her mother, and thou shalt have her.
How sweetly do you minister love, he who knows grief by its complexion.
I know we shall have revelling tonight, and I will soon lay part in some disguise. And tell fair Hero I am Claudio, and in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, and take her hearing prisoner with the force, and strong encounter my amorous tale. Then after, to her mother I will break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently.
No. And now, sister, where is my cousin, your daughter? Has she provided this music?
She is very busy about it, but sister, I can tell you strange news that you yet dreamt not of.
Are they good?
As the event stamps them, but they have good cover. They show well outward. The Duke and Count Claudio were thus much overheard by a man of mine. The Duke discovered to Claudio that he loved my niece, your daughter, and meant to acknowledge it this night in a dance. And if he found her accordant, he meant to take this present time by the top and instantly break with you of it.
Hath the fellow any wit that told you this?
A good sharp fellow. I will send for him and question him yourself.
No, we will hold it as a dream until it appears so. But I will acquaint my daughter with all, that she may be better prepared for the answer. If peradventure this be true, go you and tell her of it.
What the good year, my lady? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion of reason. Therefore, the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I have heard it, what blessing brings it? I cannot hide who I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, and call no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this, till you may do it without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he hath taken you newly into his grace, where it is impossible that you should take true root but by the fair weather that you make yourself.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. In this, though it cannot be said that I am a flattering honest woman, it must not be denied that I am a plain dealing villain. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
You make no use of your discontent.
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? What news, Braccio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The Duke, your brother, is being royally entertained by Count Leonata. And I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on?
Marry, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio.
Even he.
A proper squire. And who? And who? Which way looks he?
Marry on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonata.
Very forward march, chick. How came you to this?
I whipped me behind the heirs, and overheard it agreed upon that the Duke, your brother, should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow, and if I can cross him in any way, I bless myself every way. You are both sure, and will assist me?
To the death, my lady.
We will wait upon your ladyship.
Was not Duchess Jane here at supper?
I saw her not.
How tartly that woman looks. I never can see her, but am heartburned an hour after.
She's of a very melancholy disposition.
I cannot see how her glower pleases men.
And what man could get thy good will, my cousin?
He were an excellent man that were made just the midway between he who is like an image and says nothing, and he who is like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
And half a tattling tongue and a silent mouth, and half a quiet man and a handsome face.
With a good leg and good foot and money enough in his purse, such a man would win any woman in the world. If he could get her goodwill.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband, if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed? That's more than cursed. But just if he send me no husband, for the which blessing I met him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I had rather lie in the woolen.
You may lie upon a husband that hath no beard?
What should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentleman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth. He that hath no beard is less than a man. He that is more than a youth is not for me. and he was less than a man, I am not for him.
Well then, go you into the devil's lair.
No, but to the gate. And there will the devil meet me, like an old cuckold with horns on his head, and say, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. There's no place here for you, maids." And then away I say, Peter for the heavens. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there will be as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your mother.
Yes. Faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, "Mother, as it please you." But yet, for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, "Mother, as it please me."
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. No, Aunt Leonata, I'll none.
Hero, my daughter, remember what I told you. If the Duke does solicit you in any kind, you know your answer. The revelers are entering.
Oh.
About with your friend?
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say no. I'm yours for the walk, and especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please.
And when please you say so?
When I like your favor.
Speak low if you speak love.
Did you hear? I overheard the Duke just now, going here on behalf of Senior Claudio.
My lady hero hath eyes for Claudio? 'Tis a splendid match.
Oh, for a worthy husband.
The course of true love never did run so smooth.
Afraid of greatness, fair friend. If men could be contented to be what they are, there were no fear in marriage. The time of life is short.
I know you well enough. You're Lady Antonia.
At a word, I am.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
To tell you true, I counterfeit her.
You can never do her so ill will, unless you're the very person. Here's her dry hands up and down. You are she, you are she.
At a word, I am not.
Come, do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Your virtue hide itself? Go to mum. You are she. Graces will appear, and there's an end.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of 100 merry tales. Well, this was Count Benedict that told you so.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray thee, what is he?
Why, he is the Duke's jester. A very dull fool, only his gifts in devising impossible slanders. None but libertinists delight in him, for he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. We must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
That is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are not you Count Benedict?
You know me well, I am he.
Count, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her, she is no equal to his birth.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Thus I answer, in the name of Benedict. But here is ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain the Duke woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all except the offices and affairs of love, whose charms have melted into blood. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Count Claudio,
Yea, the same.
will you go with me?
Whither?
About your own business, for the Duke hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Did you think the Duke would have served you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Ho, now you strike like a blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, and you'll beat the post.
It will not be, I will leave you.
Alas, poor foul. That my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The Duke's jester? Ha! And maybe I go under that title because I am married. Yea, but so I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person, and so gives me out. I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Benedict, where's Claudio? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I have played the part of Lady Thane. I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of Hero.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman that danced with her told her she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me, past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the Duke's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark, with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. Come, talk not of her. For certainly all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now to the antipodes you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you the length of Prester John's foot, fetch you a hair off the great Cham's beard, do you any embassage to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me?
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh, heavens, sir, here is a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Count Benedict.
Yea, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single one. Marry, once before he wedded me with false dice. Therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would he should not do to me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why, how now, Count? Wherefore, are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then? Sick?
Not sick, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil. Civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
In faith, lady, I think your blazon be true, though all be sworn. If he be so, his consent is false. Here, Claudio, I wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won! I have broke with her mother, and her good will obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take me of my daughter, and with her my fortunes. For his grace hath made a match to it, and in grace, same unto it.
Speak, Count. 'Tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. If I were but a little happy, I could tell you how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours.
Speak, cousin. Or, if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let him not speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, my lord. I thank it, poor fool, for keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he's in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
For alliance! Thus goes everyone into the world but I, and I'm sunburnt. I must sit in a corner and cry, hey ho for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I'd rather have one of your father's getting. Hath your grace narrow brother, like you? Your father hath got excellent husbands, if a maid could come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord, lest I could have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to her every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence must offend me. But to be merry best becomes you. For, out of question, you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my lord, my mother cried. But there was a star that danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her. She is never sad, but when she sleeps, and not ever sad then. My daughter has told me that she has often dreamed of unhappiness and waked herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She would mock her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, no, no. If they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Count Claudio, when mean you go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord?
Not till Monday, son, which is hence just the seventh night. The time too soon, too, to have all things answer my mind.
I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Count Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not but it to fashion it. If you three will administer such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lord, I am for you, though it cost me 10 nights' watching.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
But Benedict is not the most unhopeless husband that I know.
If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my drift.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonata.
Yea, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment shall be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and anything that comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your ladyship once, years hence, how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman of Hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that, the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go to the Duke, your brother, spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimations do you mightily uphold, to a contaminated stale such a one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the Duke, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonata. Look thee for any other issue?
Only to despite them, I will endeavor anything.
Go then and find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and the Count Claudio alone. Tell them that Hero loves me. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window. Hear me call Margaret Hero, and hear Margaret call me Claudio. And bring them to see this very night before the intended wedding.
Grow this to what adverse issue you can. I will put it in practice. Be cunning in working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame me.
Mistress Margaret,
Yo!
in my chamber window lies a book. Bring it hither to me in the orchard.
But I'm already here, sir.
I know that, but I would have thee Henson here again. I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool, when he dedicates his behaviors to love, while after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, becomes the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. May I be so converted and see with these eyes. I cannot tell, I think not. I will not be sworn. But love may transform me to an oyster. I'll take my oath on it. Tilly made an oyster of me. She'll never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But to all graces be in one woman shall not come into my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Milder, come not near me. Of good discourse, an excellent musician. And her hair shall be of what color it please God. Ha! The Duke and Monsieur love. I will hide me in the arbor.
See where Benedict hath hid himself?
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come hither, Leonata. What was it you told me of today? That your niece Beatrice is in love with Count Benedict?
I did never think of the lady would love a man.
Nor know I neither. But what is most wonderful is that she should so dote on Count Benedict, who she hath in all outward actions seemed to abhor.
It's possible?
Maybe she doth but counterfeit?
Faith, like enough.
My goodness, counterfeit. There was never counterfeit of passion that came so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well. This fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will say you heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How? How pray you? You amaze me.
I should think this a trick, but Leonata speaks it. Knavery cannot sure hide itself in such reverence.
He hath taken the infection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and swear she never will. That is her torment.
'Tis true indeed.
For she'll be up 20 times a night, and there she'll sit in her smock until she hath read a piece of paper.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience.
She doth indeed. My daughter says so. My daughter is often in fear that she would do a desperate outrage to herself. 'Tis very true.
It were good that Benedict knew of it.
What end? You'd make sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
She were an excellent, sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceedingly wise.
In everything, but in loving Benedict.
I am sorry for her.
I pray you, tell Benedict of it, and hear what he will say.
All right, good. Thank you.
Hero thinks, surely she will die. For she will die if he love her not. And she will die ere she make her love known. And she will die if he woo her rather than she bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you all know, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
Before God, and in my mind, very wise.
He does show some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
I love Benedict well, and I could wish he would modestly examine himself to see how much he is unworthy so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
You do not dote upon her this. I will never trust my expectations.
Let there be the same net spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. Let us send her to call him in to dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. Love me? Why? I must be requited. I hear how I'm censored. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth. I can bear them witness. And virtuous, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me, by my troth it is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument to her folly. For I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man loves a meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. The world must be peopled! When I said I should die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks in love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you. Come in to dinner.
Sweet Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those things than you took pains to thank me. Had it been painful, I would not have come.
So you take pleasure in the message then?
Yea, Signor, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point. You have no stomach. Very well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner. There's a double meaning in that. If I take not pity on her, I'm a villain. If I do not love her, I'm a fool.
Good Margaret, Run thee to the parlor. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice, proposing with the Duke and Claudio. Whisper her ear and tell her I and Ursula walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. She will hide herself to listen to our purpose. This is thy office. Bear thee well knit and leave us alone.
I'll make her come. I warrant you presently.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we trace the sally up and down, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him, more than man did ever merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made, that only woos by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice, like a lapwing, runs close by the ground to hear our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with their golden oars, the silver stream, and greedily devour the trencher's bait. So angle we for Beatrice.
Then we go near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false, sweet bait which we lay for her. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the Duke and my newly betrothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them if they loved Benedict to wish him wrestle with affection and to never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Does not a gentleman deserve as fortune as a bed as Beatrice shall ever couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that all matter else seems weak. She cannot love.
Sure, I think so, and wherefore it certainly knew his love. Least make a sport out of it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man, how wise, how noble young, how rarely featured. But she would spell him backwards. So turned she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchaseth.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air.
Oh, she would laugh me out of myself and press me to death with wit.
Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly, or a better death than die with mocks, which is as bad as die with tickling.
Yet tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather, I will go to Benedict, and counsel him to fight against his passion. And truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may poison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment. Having so swift and excellent as wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse such a reared gentleman as Count Benedict.
He's the only man of Italy. Always accepted, my dear Claudio.
Pray, I pray you, be not angry with me, madame, speaking my fancy. Count Benedict, for shape, for bearing, argument, and valor, goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he has an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it ere he had it. When are you married, madame?
Why, every day, tomorrow. Come, go in.
She is lying, madame. We have caught her.
If it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
fire is in my ears. Could this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict? Love on, I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind their loves up in holy bands. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly.
Gallant, I'm not as I have been.
So say, how methinks you are sadder.
I hope you be in love.
Lady, walk aside with me. I've studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
For my life, to break with her about Beatrice.
Ah ha ha. My lord and brother, God save you.
Good den, sister.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you. Yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
There be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that which I shall now manifest. I came hither to tell you, the lady is disloyal.
Who, Hero?
Even she, your hero, Leonata's hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think you of a worse title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight, and you shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so.
I will not think it.
If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, why should I wed her in the congregation tomorrow, where I should wed, there I will shame her.
And, as I would for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly, but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Entering now is Roxbury, our diva constable of a watch, whose job is to figure out who has committed slander. Notice her oval confidence and misuse of words, her doting assistant verges, and loyal watch Hugh Oatcake and George Seacole in all their humor. The excitement in our plot builds as Hero excitedly gets ready for her wedding day. But will all go as planned, or will this special day be thwarted by Doña Jane's evil plan?
Are you good men and true?
Yea, or else they were pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them. They should have any allegiance in them being chosen for the Duke's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Roxbury.
First, who think you the most desertless man to be constable?
George Sequel, for he can write and read.
Come hither, neighbor Sequel. God has blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored man is a gift of fortune. But to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favor, give God thanks, but make no boast of it. As for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need for such vanity. You are thought the most senseless and fit person for the constable to watch. Therefore, bury the lantern. This is your charge. You are to comprehend all baker men and bid any man stand in the Duke's name.
How if they will not stand?
Why then, let him go, and presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you're a bit of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is not one of the Duke's subjects.
True, and the watch are to meddle with none but the Duke's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
We rather sleep than talk. We know it belongs to a watch.
You speak like a most ancient and quiet watchman. I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Well, you are to call at the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Well, let them alone till they are sober. And if they make you not the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well, madame.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him, by virtue of your office, to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, why, the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office, you may. But the most peaceable way, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself for what he is and steal out of your company.
You have always been called a merciful lady, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by the mill, much more a man who hath any honesty in him.
If you hear a child crying in the night, call the nurse and bid her still it!
Help the nurse be asleep, and will not hear us.
Why then, depart in peace, and let the child wake her with crying.
'Tis very true.
Well, this is the end of your charge. You, constable, are to present the Duke's own person. If you meet the Duke in the night, you may stake him.
Nay, I think it cannot.
For indeed, the watch ought to offend no man, and it is an offense to stay a man against his will.
I think it be so.
Well, masters, good night. If there be any matter of late chances, call up me. Come, neighbor.
Well, brother, we hear our charge. Let's go sit upon the church bench till 2, and then all to bed.
One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you watch about Lady Leonada's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant. I beseech you.
Conrad!
Peace! Stir not!
Conrad, I say.
Here, man, I am at thy elbow.
And my elbow itched. I thought there would a scab follow.
I will owe thee an answer for that, but now forward with thy tale.
I will stand thee close then, and like a true drunkard, I'll utter all to thee.
Some treason, brother! Yet stand close!
Therefore, I know I have earned of Doña Jane 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if any villain could be so rich, for when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
Tush, I may as well say the fool's the fool, but seest thou not what a deformed thief this fashion is?
I know that deformed. He has been a vile thief this 7 year. Goes up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name.
Didst thou hear someone?
No, 'twas a vein on the house.
Oh. I have tonight wooed Margaret. In the name of Hero, I should first tell thee how the Duke Claudio, my master, planted and placed and possessed by my master, Doña Jane, saw afar off in the orchard this amble encounter.
And thought they Margaret was Hero?
2 of them did, the Duke and Claudio, but the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret, and partly by her oaths and partly by the dark night, but so chiefly by my villainy. Away went Claudio, enraged. He swore he would meet her upon the morrow, as he was appointed, and before the whole congregation sent her home again, without a husband.
Wait! We charge you in the Duke's name! Stand!
Call up the right master constable!
We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery ever known in the Commonwealth.
And one deformed is one of them. I know him.
Masters!
You'll be made being deformed, what? I want you.
Masters!
Never speak. We charge you. Let us obey you. Go with us.
We are like to prove a goodly commodity being taken up of these men's bills.
A commodity in question, I warn you. Come, we'll obey you.
Good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I will, lady.
And bid her come hither.
Troth, I think your other veil were better.
No, pray thee, good Meg, I'll wear this.
By my troth's not so good. I warrant your cousin will say so.
My cousin's a fool, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this.
Your gown's a most rare fashion, I faith.
God give me joy to wear it, for my heart is exceedingly heavy.
'Twill be heavier soon by the weight of a man.
Fie upon thee, art not ashamed.
Of what, lady? Speaking honorably? Is not marriage honorable? Is not your lord honorable? I'll offend no one. Is there any harm in heavier for a husband? None. I think it'd be the right husband and the right wife, otherwise 'tis light and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice else, for here she comes.
Good morrow, coz.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
How now do you speak in the sick tune?
I am out of all other tune, methinks.
Claps into light, O love, what goes without burden. Do you sing it, and I'll dance it.
'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. Time you were ready. By my troth, I am exceeding ill. Hey ho.
These gloves the Count sent me, they are an excellent perfume.
I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
A maid's stuffed, and there's goodly catching a cold.
By my truth, I am sick.
Get you some distilled Curtis Benedictus, and lay it to your heart. 'Tis the only cure for a gloom.
There thou prickest her with thistle.
Benedictus? Why, Benedictus? You have some moral in this, Benedictus.
Moral? No. By my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. You may think, perchance, that I think you are in love, or could be in love, or will be in love. And yet Benedict was such another, and he swore he would never marry. But despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And you being converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is this thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The Duke, Count Claudio, Count Benedict, Lady Jane, and all the gallants of town are come to fetch you to church.
Help me to dress, good cuz, good Meg, good Ursula.
What would you with me, honest neighbors?
Mary, lady, we would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Grief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Yes, it is.
Yes, in truth it is.
What is it, my good friends?
Goodman Burgess, lady, speaks a little off the subject. His wits are not so blunt as I would they were, but in truth, as honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank heaven that I am as honest as any man living. That is an old man, and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous. Carry on, neighbor Burgess.
Neighbors, thou art tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are but the poor Duke's officers. Although, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a queen, I could find in my heart to bestow it all on your worship.
Are they tedious on me, eh?
Yea, and 'twere 1,000 pounds more, for I have heard as good an exclamation on your worship as any in this city. And though I be but a poor lady, I am glad to hear it.
And so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Mary, lady, our watchman, accepting your worship's presence, has taken a couple as arrant knaves as any in Messina.
A good one, man, lady. As they say, when the age is when the wit is out, all men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor.
Indeed, neighbor, I must leave you.
One word, lady. Our watch lady hath indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examination yourself, and bring it to me, for now I am in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
Go, good partner. Go get Francis Seacole, and bid him bring his pen and his inkhorn, and meet me at the jail. We are now to examination these men.
And yes, we must do it wisely.
We'll spare for no wit, I'll warrant you. Here's that shall drive some to non-com. Only get the learned writer and set down our excommunications, and meet me at the jail.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
Now.
Be married to her. Chaplain, you come to marry.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you know any inward independent on why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your soul's daughter.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Oh, what men dare to. Oh, what men may do. Oh, what men daily do, not knowing what they do. The standy by chaplain. Mother, does your free and unconstricted soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her to me. Give her to me.
And what have I to give you back that may counterpose this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet Duke, you learned me noble thanks. There, Leonardo, take her back again. Do not give this rotten orange to a friend. Behold, she is a sign and semblance of her honor. See how a maid she blushes here? Would you all say that see her here that you were a maid? But by these exterior shows, but she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is that of guiltiness, not of modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you, in your own proof, have made defeat of her virginity, and have vanquished the resistance of her youth.
No, Leonata, I never tempted her with a word too large. But, as brother to sister, I showed bashful sincerity and commonly love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Not only shaming. You seem to me, I write against it, you seem to me as Diana in her orb, as chaste as the bud ere it be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus.
Is my lord well that he that speaks so wide?
Sweet Duke, why speak you not?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored, and would go about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Lady, these are spoken, and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
True, my goodness.
Let me move one question by your daughter.
I charge thee, do so, as thou art my child.
Oh, God defend me, for I am beset. What kind of catechizing call you this?
Make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not Hero who can blast that name with any just reproach?
Mary, that can hero. Hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. What man was he that talked with you yesternight at your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Leonata, I am sorry you must hear. Upon mine honor, myself, my sister, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, at that hour last night.
O hero, what a hero thou hast been! If half thy outward grace has been placed about thy thoughts and counsel of thy heart, but fairly wear the most foul, most fair. Farewell.
Hath no man's dagger a point for me?
Why, hero! Hero! Wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go. These things come thus to light. Smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, aunt! Hero! Why, hero! Aunt Count Benedict! Chaplain! How now, cousin Hero?
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why does every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Do not live, hero. Do not open thine eyes. Why wast thou ever lovely in mine eyes?
Madam, be patient. For my part, I am so tired and wonder. I know not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, Were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night, I have this 12 months been her bedfellow.
Confirmed, confirmed. Would the two dukes lie and Claudia lie, who loved her so that speaking of her foulness, washed it with tears? Hands from her, let her die.
Hear me a little, for I have only been silent so long. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions. Call me a fool, if this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
It cannot be. She not denies it.
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that you accuse me. I know none. If I know more of any man alive, that which maiden modesty doth warrant. Let all my sins lack mercy. O my mother, prove you that any man with me conversed at hours of need, or that I yesternight maintained the change of words with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strangeness in the dukes.
Two of them have the very bent of honor, but if their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in Domnia Jane, whose spirits toil in frame of villainy.
If they wrong her honor, the proudest of them shall well hear of it.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the Duke's, left for dead. Let her well be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument hang mournful epitaph, and do all rites that appertain to a proper burial.
What shall become of this? What will you do?
She dying upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused. So will it fare with Claudio? When he shall hear she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination. Then shall he mourn and wish he had not so accused her.
Lady Leonata, let the chaplain advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented, presently away. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day perhaps is but prologue. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I would not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely, I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
How much the man might deserve of me that would right her.
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way. No such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were possible for me to say I loved nothing in the world so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear by it and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I'll make him eat it that says I love not you.
Why then God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest. I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much in my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone though I am here. There is no love in you. Now I pray you, let me go.
Beatrice.
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with my enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of villain, that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh, that I were a man! I would eat his heart out of the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man on the window. Ha! A proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Wait, Hero? She is wronged. She is slandered. She is undone.
Beatrice!
Oh, that I were a man for her sake, or that I had any friend that would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesies, valor into compliment, and men are turned only into tongue, and trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, who only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice, by this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than by swearing by it.
Think you in your soul Count Claudio has wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I'm engaged. I will challenge him. Go, come for your cousin. I must say she is dead. So, farewell.
Is our whole assembly here?
Which be the malefactors?
Mary, let an I and my partner.
Nay, that's certain. We've the exhibition to examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Yea, Mary, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Baraccio.
Pray, write down Baraccio. Yours, sirrah?
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Pray, write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, ma'am, we hope.
Write down that they hope they serve God. You write God first, for should go before such villains. Masters, it is proved already that you are thought little better than false knaves, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourself?
Marry, sir, we say we are none.
Oh, witty fellow, I assure you, I'll go about with him. Come hither, sir, a word in your ear. I say unto you, it is thought you are false knaves.
I say to you, we are none.
Well, stand aside. Have you read that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Yea, Mary, that's the aptest way. Let the watch come forward. Masters, I charge you, in the Duke's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, Doña Jane, the Duke's sister, was a villain.
Write down Doña Jane a villain. Why, it's flat perjury to call a Duke's sister villain.
Master Constable.
I pray thee, fellow, peace. I do not like thy look. I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
That he had received 1,000 ducats of Doña Jane for accusing the lady Hero wrongfully.
What burglary as ever was committed?
Yea, that it is.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean upon his words to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
Oh, villain! Thou wilt be condemned to everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
This is all.
This is all.
And this is more, master, than you can deny. Duchess Jane is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonatus. I will go before and show her their examinations.
Come, let them be opinions.
Let them be in their hands.
Off, coxcomb.
Oh my life! Where is the sexton? Let him write down the Duke's officer, coxcomb. Come, bind them, thou naughty varlet.
Off, you are an ass. You are an ass.
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my ears? Oh, that I had been written down an ass! The masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it not be written down, forget not that I am an ass. I am a wise fellow, and which is more? A householder, and which is more? An officer, and which is more? As pretty a piece of flesh as any in Messina, and one that knows the law, go to, and a rich enough fellow, go to, and a fellow that has had losses, and 2 gowns, and everything beautiful about her. Come, bring them away. Oh, that I had been written down an ass!
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself, and 'tis not wisdom thus to second grief against yourself.
Bring me a mother that so loved her child, whose joy of her was overwhelmed like mine, and bid her speak of patience. But there is no such woman. For sister, women can counsel and speak comfort to that grief which they themselves not feel. But in feeling it, their counsel turns to passion. Therefore, sister, give me no counsel. My grief cries louder than advertisement.
Therein thou art no better than a child.
I pray thee, peace. I will be flesh and blood, but there is never yet a philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently.
Yet bend not all harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There, thou speakest reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me heroes be lied, and that shall Claudio know. So shall the Duke and all them that dishonor her.
Here comes the Duke and Claudio hastily.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good day to you both.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonardo.
Some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good lady.
If she could right herself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs her?
Mary, thou dost wrong me. Thou dost stumble thou. Nay, never lay thy hand on thy sword. I fear thee not.
Mary, restore my hand, if it should give your age such cause to fear. In faith, my sword meant nothing to my hand.
Tush, man, never flee or jest at me. I speak not like a dotard, nor a fool. I say they hast belied my innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors.
You say not right, woman.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body, if he dare.
Away, I will not have to do with this.
Canst thou so daff me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killest me, boy, thou hast killed a lady.
He shall kill 2 of us, and ladies indeed. But that's no matter. Let him kill one first. Come follow me, boy. I'll whip you from the foining fence. Nay, as I am a lady, I will.
Sister!
Content yourself. God knows I loved my niece, and she is dead. Slandered to death by villains, boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops.
Sister Antonia!
Hold your content. What man? I know them, yea, and what they weigh. Even to the utmost scruple, scrambling, outfacing, fashion-mongering boys, deprave and slander, show outward hideousness, and speak off 6 dangerous words, how they might hurt their enemies, if they durst, and this is all.
But Sister Antonia!
Come, 'tis no matter, do not you meddle. Let me deal in this.
Gentlemen, both! We will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but, on my honor, to return with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord.
I will not hear you.
No? Come, sister, away. I will be heard.
And shall or some of us will smart for it.
See? See? Here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, Count. Now, Signor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, Signor. You almost come to part almost a fray.
We would like to have our 2 noses snapped off by 2 old ladies without teeth.
Leonardo and her sister, what thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for them.
In a false quarrel there is no true valor. I came to seek you both.
As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
I think he be angry.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me for a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet and innocent lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you.
Well, I will meet you so I may have good cheer.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. My lord, for your many courtesies I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your sister, the villain, has fled from Messina, and you have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. Will my lord Blackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Till then, peace be with him.
He's in earnest.
I'm most profound in earnest, and I warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
Officers, what offense have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have spoken untruths. Moreover, they have committed a false report. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. And thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask what's their offense. Sixth and lastly, why they are committed. And to conclude, what you lay to their charge.
Rightly reasoned in his own division.
Masters, who have you offended, that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdom could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light. Who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Doña Jane, your sister, incensed me to slander the lady hero, how you saw me court Margaret in hero's garments, how you disgraced her when you should marry her, and when the lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation. And briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison while he uttered it.
But did my sister set thee onto this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
She is composed and framed of treachery, and fled she is upon this villainy.
Sweet hero.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. The sexton by this time hath performed Lady Leonardo of the matter. And, masters, do not forget to specify, when both time and place shall serve, that I am an ass.
Here comes Lady Leonardo.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes.
If you would know your wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath hast killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain, thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third is fled that hath a hand in this. I thank you, dukes, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you bethink of it.
I know not how to pray your patience. Yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose to me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet I sin not but in the mistaking.
By my soul, nor I.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both, assess the people in Messina here how innocent she died. Take her an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones, and sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning, come ye to my house. And since he could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My sister hath a daughter, and almost a copy of my child that is dead. Give her the right you should have given her, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble lady, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose henceforth of poor Claudio.
Tomorrow, then, I will expect your coming. Tonight, I take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who, I believe, was packed in all this wrong.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew what she did when she spoke to me, but always has been a virtuous in anything I do know her by.
Moreover, sir, which indeed is not under black and white, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me an axe. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment.
I thank thee for thy cares and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth.
There's for thy pains.
God save the foundation.
Go, I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave an errant knave with your worship, and I beseech your worship correct yourself, for the example of others. I wish your worship well. I humbly give your worship leave to depart. Come, neighbor.
Until tomorrow morning, lords, farewell.
Farewell, my lords. We look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight I will mourn with Hero.
Bring ye these fellows on. We'll talk with Margaret, how her acquaintance became with this lewd fellow.
Prithee, sweet Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hand by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it. For most comely truth, thou deservest it. I pray thee, call Beatrice.
I'll call Beatrice to you, who I think hath legs,
and therefore will come. The God of love that sits above and knows me, pitiful I deserve. I mean in singing, but in loving. Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find out no rhyme to lady, but baby, an innocent rhyme. For scorn, horn, a hard rhyme. For school, fool, babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor can I woo in festival terms. Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I call thee?
Yea, Benedict, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken, fare you well now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what has passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words. Thereupon, I'll kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore, I will depart unkissed.
You frighted the right word out of his sense, so forceful is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must hear from him shortly, or I will subscribe him a coward. Now, I pray thee, which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For all of them together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did thou first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love for thee indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of her heart, I think, alas, poor heart. If you will spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. Now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and men. Now I will leave you too, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your Aunt Leonata, yonder's old coy at home. It is proven my lady hero hath been falsely accused, and the Duke and Claudia mightily abused, and Doña Jane is the author of it all, who is fled and gone. You must come presently.
Will you go to hear this news, Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes. And, moreover, I will go with thee to thine aunt's.
Is this hero's monument?
It is, my lord.
Done to death by slanderous tongues. Was the hero that here lies. Death in the guerdon of her wrongs gives her fame, which never dies. So the life that died with shame lives in death with glorious fame. Hung thou there upon the tomb, pressing her when I am dumb. I music, sound, and sing your solemn hymn. Pardon, goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin right, for the which with songs of woe round about her tomb they go. Midnight system mourn, helpless sigh and groan, heavily, heavily grieves yawn, and yield your dead. Till death be uttered heavily, heavily. Now unto thy bones, good night. Yearly I will do this right.
Not tell you she was innocent?
So are the Duke and Claudio, who accused her upon the error that you heard debated. But Margaret was in some fault for this.
Well, I am glad all things sort so well.
Well, daughter, and ye gentlemen and all, withdraw into a chamber by yourselves. When I send for you, come hither masked. The Duke and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me. You know your office, sister. Must be mother to your sister's daughter, and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Chaplain, I must entreat your pains, I think.
What, Signor?
To bind me or undo me, one of them. Lady Leonata, truth it is, good lady, your niece regards me with an eye of favor, and I do with an eye of love requite her.
But what is your will?
But for my will is your goodwill may stand with ours, this day to be conjoined together in the state of honorable marriage, in which, good chaplain, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Here comes the Duke and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Duke. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you determined yet today to marry with my sister's daughter?
For this I owe you, I hold my mind.
Call a forth, sister. Here's the chaplain ready.
May the brides come forth.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same is she, and I do give you her.
Why then, she is mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not, till you take her hand before this chaplain and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy chaplain. I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife, and when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero?
Hero that is dead?
She died, my lord, but while her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify? When after that the holy rites are ended, I will tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonders seem familiar, and to the chapel let us presently.
Soft and fair chaplain, which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why then the Duke, your aunt, and Claudio are deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Trope, no more than reason.
Why, then my cousin Hero and Ursula are much deceived. They swore you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. You do not love me then?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn that he loves her. For here's a paper written in his own hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another, written in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedict.
A miracle! Here's our hands against our hearts. Come, I will have you. But by this light I do take thee for pity.
I would deny you, but upon this day I yield, and upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption over me.
Peace, I will stop your mouth with a kiss.
How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
I'll tell thee what, Duke. A whole college of witcrackers cannot flout me out of my humor. No, since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose that the world can say against it. For men is a giddy thing. This is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but thou art like my kinsman, so live unbruised and love my cousin. Come, come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married, that we may lighten our hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing afterwards.
First my word, play music. Duke, thou art sad. Get thee a wife, get thee a wife.
My lord, your sister Jane has taken flight and brought armed men back to Messina.
Not on her till tomorrow. I will devise thee brave punishments for her. Strike up, pipers!
Charleston, everybody loves Charleston.
All has been made right in Messina. 'Tis true that love goes by haps. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps. But however love goes, all is well tonight. If music be the food of love, play on!
Charleston, Charleston, everybody loves Charleston. You do, I do, oh everybody loves Charleston. Charleston, everybody loves Charleston. She does, he does, and everybody dances.
Clap your hands and you swing out far. Stomp your feet, you swing out far. Do a bump and you swing out far. Rock a little bit, beat it out, make it. Everybody's happy when you do the job.